I'm primarily a detective in the Crimes Against Children unit, so I investigate cases of victimization of children. And those can range from child death to child neglect, child abuse, child enticement, like someone tries to pick up a kid on the street, tries to get him to go with them somewhere, something along those lines. And along with that, I've now started a program called the P.A.L.S program, which is Paws Assisting the Legal System, and it involves a dog that can help during the investigative process of those types of crimes against children and against people with developmental disabilities, to help them communicate with us. The dog, whose name is P.A.L.S, can be a part of that investigative process and the interaction between a detective or a police officer and the person involved in the investigation, to try to get the best information and make it easier for that person to communicate with us. So it's an education piece for those parties involved to know what she can and can't do and where it's appropriate for her to be involved. So initially, the conversation may occur between the human services worker and the detective about, hey, this kid is, 5 years old and they really don't talk to strangers. They're just clinging to their parent, they don't have that interaction with strangers, they're afraid. Or it could even be someone who's 12, 13, 14 years old and they're just afraid. That's a conversation that a detective could make a decision, the dog, P.A.L.S is her name, might kind of smooth this process over, might make it easier for this child or this person to talk to me about what happened. And so then the detective would make a request. We have a request form that they fill out. And they may have a conversation with me beforehand to say, is this really a good fit? Is this a really good use or a deployment of P.A.L.S to be involved in this process at this point? So I train the interviewers, I train the human services workers, I train the detectives, and it's really just an education piece. It's not even so much training, but an education about, okay, well, here's what she can do, and here's what she can't do, and here's some dialogue about when she can be helpful to an investigation. And then it's your, as the lead detective, it's your responsibility to decide whether it's relevant to your case, because I can't know everything about every case. That's not even feasible or realistic. I mean, they know how to do their job. That's what they do every day. So it's just kind of telling them, okay, here's the areas where you might need to give some direction to P.A.L.S. But as of yet, they really haven't had to give any direction to her. It's more to the kids during the interview, where you don't want them to pull on her leash or to hurt her ears or do something to her tail or anything like that. She just kind of lays there. I mean, she's trained and knows what she needs to do, and she's great at it.